Governors and Blue Devils. Always a unique matchup of mascots here tonight. We welcome you inside Cameron Indoor Stadium. Duke will start with the ball first. A tremendous offensive output. Johnson's the big swing threat. Here's a turnover. Balogun into open space, and that's too easy. Carol Lawson noted for this matchup, we have to get Austin Peay out of rhythm. As Balogun gets her own board, that's a nice putback. How about the effort on the glass for Balogun? Last time these teams met, the NCAA tournament, 2009. Balogun's having a tournament performance with the and one.
You can see trying to get some separation there. Adams a couple of steps back from the baseline. Still doesn't help out, though.
It's a good sign for Austin Peay down low. Now she has to guard the 6'6" Kennedy Brown. Good luck. Talk about a tough final exam as Brown banks it in.
She did all she could there. Brown just had the positioning.
4 of those transfers right away with Yamaya Johnson.
It's interesting to me that a couple of them have come from the same school, so you have some teammates. It's going to help chemistry-wise. Defense is ahead. They haven't given up a point yet, but you're right, though. They've got a game plan, and it's to try and get the ball inside.
Day Wilson putting on a dribbling display. Swings it out. And an open jumper knocked down Jordan Oliver. As our producer, Matt Krause, reminds, that'd be in program history for Duke.
Second game in a row of setting records. It was offensive last game, defensive today.
There's a good offensive look. Volker the jumper.
I think 3/4 of the ACC is good enough to be in the NCAA tournament. They're not going to get that many in.
And there we go. The first bucket for Yamaya Johnson in transition. And don't sleep on Virginia Tech, the best scoring defense in the country. Elizabeth Kitley and crew. That's a really good program. Nice slip by DeJesus for the lay-in.
For the offense to start to click, passing is where it comes. We've seen a lot of one-on-one play from Austin Peay. It worked for them there. Adams able to get the bucket from the elbow. Taylor got a hand in there helping as well.
A lot of open shooters. Brown gets a shot, knocks it in. 14 turnovers forced.
You know, a game like this, I think Carol Lawson will look at the offensive side of things and they'll talk about what was good, what wasn't. If you don't bring it every single night, you're going to go home with an L, or the other team is coming into your place and stealing a W.
There's a good layup in transition. Reigan Richardson, the Georgia transfer.
It's going to be fun. The ACC Big Ten Challenge was a great thing to look forward to every single year, but I think it got a little bit stale. Switching and going with the SEC.
Whoa, how about that finish?
Transition, yeah. That year off, you're still around practice, around the team, know the system, know what the coach wants, and you kind of become a coach on the bench. And then you have your point guard having that mentality, that perspective.
Wow, look at this tussle for the boards. Leads to a second chance, and that's a gift for Lee Volker.
Second chance point. That is key number 1 to getting the offense going.
She's alongside all conference players, Diamond Johnson, Deja Kelly, so among that list already, and we're only a month into the year, as Austin Peay hits the 3. That's Caden Glenn.
Yeah, you go 5 minutes without scoring or stopping another team from scoring, you're going to find yourself down by double-digit points really quick.
DeJesus to the bucket. That's lovely. Duke can get one last shot. DeJesus all the way to the bucket to end the half.
I think the one thing I've seen tonight that they need to clean up is the turnovers, and they have. In the first half, they had 10 total. 7 of them came in the first quarter, just 3 in the second.
There's a nice banked-in shot.
To be a college athlete, student athlete, you've got to be really good at compartmentalizing and focus on the game when the game's going on and focus on schoolwork once you're done.
And with high academic standards, Carol Lawson wants her team to excel in the classroom, too. As that 3 rolls in, that's a big triple. Glenn needed it. Second 3 for Austin Peay. And then she said, how do we defend the 3-pointer against Florida Gulf Coast? Also in the ASUN that can shoot as well as anybody. It's a nice play to Balogun.
It's a good look, though.
This game has picked up pace here quickly. Ooh, nice slip. And one. Balogun. Beautiful find by Day Wilson. 26 points off turnover certainly helps. That's a tough drive and a nice finish. Mariah Adams, they call her Snoop. And when Adams was a 4-year starter at Old Dominion, 2 Conference USA titles for that program. So excellent run. Nice backdoor cut from Balogun.
Yeah, beautiful pick and roll right there run from Duke.
More importantly, Balogun's totals have matched Austin Peay's for the night. As Ashlyn Jackson hits the free throw. I don't care who you're playing, when you're playing them. When a single offensive score.
I think they've given everything you can ask for on the defensive side. There's some turnovers that need to be cleaned up, though.
So Nelson the beneficiary. And a nice transition layup. It was an OVC championship, one of 10 conference titles in the program's history. Nice left-handed jumper for Roberson.
If that big comes out, you drop it down low.
How about that pass? Oliver, who has an 8-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. There's a pretty good assist.
Programs more and more in the offseason, and Duke wasn't able to do this, but in the offseason, take those trips as a team. Duke just too big, too athletic.
A top 10 defensive team in Duke right now. DeJesus whips a beautiful pass. The all-conference Johnson is blocked. Good hands by Heidi. Taylor in transition. Richardson can't hit. There's Taylor to politely clean it up. Good steal. DeJesus poked it. Goes right back to Vaught, the beneficiary. He's the South Alabama transfer.
Austin Peay has improved, though. You know, you get shut out in the first quarter, it's real easy to get down on yourself, but they've also kept the energy and the effort up.
Good bucket to start the fourth quarter for Reigan Richardson. Adams looks for help with the clock at 7. An Austin Peay squad looking forward to Sun play on January 2nd and a good bank shot for Roberson. Good post position and a great finish. Taya Corisdale, the Oregon State transfer.
Kara's got to be a little bit happy if she even knows that Virginia is still undefeated. Just because you have that rivalry game with NC State looming, you don't want to overlook anybody. I think they pick up the win today and then beat Florida Gulf Coast. They could find themselves in the top 25, depending on what some of those other teams have done.
Wow, Corisdale's wide open. Another nice find by Taylor. Roberson's been tough in the lane. She's fighting for everything down low, laying her body on the line. As Taylor zips one out. Boy, a lot of contact and a great finish for Richardson.
It's a tough mark to get to because of so much competition, but I think Duke can be there.
Nice lay-in. There's Taylor.
Between two quarters, they were 9 of 12 from deep. But that's not their game, though. The 9 for 12 is the outlier. I don't know that you're going to see 1 for 7 very often either. That's the top and the bottom for them. Who it will be, we don't know. We'll have to find that out after the offseason.
That's a great point. It's always a question with 9 seniors. Who will come back? Who do you get next year? And Duke gets the board. There's Shea Boland just checking in, the freshman. Little 3-man weave to Jackson, who flips the script.
Transition game.
And there's the turnover.
Just out of control in the transition game for Austin Peay.
Jackson breaks down the defense, and that's just too easy.
Outside of turnovers, I think it's going to be hard for her to find too much to complain about to this team. They played a phenomenal game. Great effort from the opening tip to the last buzzer.